not, mold is one of the more inexpensive items that we do. For example, water, like floods and fires, you're talking about bills in the 60, 70, 80, $100,000 bills. If I was going to go after a client, again, I'm not doing it for mold. You know what I mean?
She sends me questions, I'll read them.
No, absolutely, that's fine. But you have to remember, you have an adjuster. Your adjuster, I've done hundreds of jobs with your adjuster, and I continue to do business with them even after you. So I'm not going to ruin a relationship that I have that is steadily making business for both me, him, and satisfying a client. Ultimately speaking, there's only one way to get work done in your home through insurance money without anything coming out of your pocket, and that's this method.
Okay.
Again, the documents that you guys signed off on gives us the ability to talk to your insurance company, bill your insurance company, and it puts legal recourse in there so that we can go after your insurance company if they decide not to pay or they want to play games or whatever it is, because that's just what insurance companies do. But yes, there's absolutely a certain amount of leap of faith going on here. There's no other way to get work done. The only other option is you pay for it out of pocket and then you go get reimbursed from the insurance company. That's the only other method.
That's the way.
That's the only other way. But again, not in a bad way. You want to come out of pocket for $10,000 right now? Not really. Most people don't. Most people don't want to. However, if it makes you that uncomfortable, by all means, I would gladly take money up front rather than wait 6 months, a year and a half for your insurance company to decide to pay me.
Right.
And that's the business that I'm in, all day, every day. It's not the only home. I have right now this week, we've got 4 remediations going on, probably 15 or 20 different signups. So going to clients' house, conducting mold testing, just getting the same process we did with you for probably 10 or 15, 20 other clients this week alone. And that's every week, week in and week out. You know, ultimately speaking, you go online, you can look at us. I've never gone after a client. Theoretically, the day I go after a client is probably the day that my business ends, because we live in a modern day. So you can go online and you can look at anyone I ever sued as a company. And you'll notice that the only people that I ever sue is all insurance companies. It's just the name of the game.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, like I said, that was her concern, and she voiced it to me also.
Absolutely.
And I understood also, because if you don't,
you're not alone. Every client has the same concern. Every client. I get that question 3 times a day. That's the name of the game. You know, it's a catch-22. You have mold in your house. It's dangerous. It's not healthy, and you want to get rid of it. There's only one way to go about it without literally coming out of your pocket.
So the insurance company knows that all these things. Why don't they just go and say, "Hey, look, just go and pay for this mold up front"?
It's business. It's business. That's all it is. Your name on a piece of paper, and its question is how little money can they get away with paying?
So why don't they make it legal, so to say, for you to do the work and say, "Listen, I'm not the customer is not responsible." That they're responsible, and then they're going to pay when the job upon completion of the job.
But again, that's how insurance works as a whole. I would assume if you did it that way, you'd get a lot of people defrauding the insurance company and never doing the actual work.
Probably so. Okay.
Trust me, you leave even this much of a loophole. There's plenty of companies out there that will make rip that little hole to a gaping hole for worth millions of dollars in fraud. And that's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
For us personally, when you deal with insurance, everything's by the book. Everything's got to be very, very square. This is how it works. And again, the work that happens, there's a scope of work. We know, give or take, within reason, what we think this job's going to cost us to do, what we think the insurance company is going to pay, the max that they're going to pay. Just to give an example, the absolute max is $10,000. They're not a dollar more.
And say if this is a house with 5,000 square feet, they still would only pay $10,000.
Only 10. That's why when we go to houses. Sometimes it's interesting because you have a hurricane claim, but there's really only 2 areas that are affected. Bathroom, which again I personally think is the AC, but let's just assume it's a hurricane. You really only have 2 rooms. I go to hurricane houses, Irma, even nowadays.
Yeah, the whole first floor.
6, 7, 8 rooms.
Yeah.
They're fresh out of luck. I couldn't touch that job if I tried.
So what do they do?
If it's within reason, we'll try to work with the client in the sense of, we'll take the $10,000 from the insurance company, and then we'll have an agreement in place that when they get their claim paid. So, for example, right now you have 2 things going on, right? We have mold, and then you have your adjuster that's working on getting you paid to build the property back the way it was. So we'll have an agreement with the client, say, okay, when you get paid, you'll pay us an additional $4,000 to $5,000 in order to do the work. because that's what it's going to take considering the job. And there's some jobs that we'll have to walk away from completely. We do the mold test. Hey, here's the results. Here's the scope of work. You got to figure it out because considering the amount of money you pay, there's nothing I can do for you. We have clients that end up with no mold coverage. They didn't even know it. Because think about it, when you buy homeowners insurance, you're looking for mold coverage?
No.
Not necessarily. I have clients that have no mold coverage. I have clients with $5,000 mold coverage. Even if you had $5,000 mold coverage, we would be having a discussion right now saying, hey, I don't know if that I can do this job for you. 10's like it's a healthy medium number. 10 is going to cover you anywhere from like 2 to 5 rooms depending on the scope of work. So for example, like in your particular case, not a massive job. The one concern would be the AC. If I can't seem to get around the AC between taking out the closet behind you and this side, I think I can do it. But worst case, that AC's got to come out. If I have to bring in a licensed AC contractor to come remove and then reset your AC
more.
after the fact, that's going to cost me easily somewhere between $1,200 to $2,000, depending on the AC, depending on the closet. You know, there's different, all that. That's $2,000 that I have to lay out on your behalf. I may not see that money back for 6 months, 12 months, you know, a year and a half. You never know.
Right.
So all these things have to kind of get factored into it.
All right, we're about done here. Just go and call me back. Okay. All right, so
That's the name of the game. Again, I do this 4 times a week. Is how many jobs? Right now we do about 4 to 5 jobs every single week. Haven't taken a dime from any one of them.
that's good.
Not about to. It's just not worth it for me. I make a whole lot more money waiting for my insurance payments rather than pissing off the one client that's going to go leave a bad review, you know, cause all sorts of issues that are going to affect all my clients down the road because now that's all online and they can see it. It's just not worth it for me.
Right. All right, well, I guess you'll be in touch with you.
Absolutely. Let me know because I gotta. Right now I'm locking in Monday's jobs. And today it's already, what is today? Wednesday. So I mean, by end of day today, it's like I either gotta confirm it or I gotta move on with a different client.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Most likely, as far as when I see it,
Yeah.
confirm.
Okay.
So yeah, like I say, we have no problem with them. They just get their clothes and stuff for the school the rest
That's
of the
fine
week
by
and,
me.
and move into the other half of the
Yeah.
house.
That's fine.
All right.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, wait, take care.
Have a good day. Okay.
You too.
All right. Be well.
You too.